Hey everyone, let's talk about all the latest chaos happening in the GL community. This video covers a lot. Miu's boyfriend rumors, Lena and Miu's sexuality getting put under a microscope, Cocona coming out, Yoko being uncomfortable around her new partner and the fandom drama that came with it, plus some lighter stuff like TK and Sonya's live, Engfa, Charlotte, Faye's Red Sea film appearance, Ginny Jayna, LMSY, Freen and Becky Cranium, and Lena Miu's upcoming series. I'll have everything timestamped. Starting with the boyfriend rumors around Miu, so there's this TikTok account that keeps recycling clips and exposing her supposed boyfriend. They keep posting captions like, "They're still together. They've been dating since 2022. Miu's friends deleted photos after she got exposed." And the reactions have been surprisingly calm. There's no huge hate train, no meltdown, which is actually refreshing. People are reacting with way more maturity and understanding than what we usually see when GL actresses get hit with dating rumors. Before I get deeper into it, let me just clarify something because I know some people misunderstand. Whenever I say couple or partner, I don't mean real life couple. In GL fandoms, especially internationally, we just use couple as shorthand for the acting pair. In Thailand and the Philippines, the proper term is actually love team. So don't twist my words. I'm talking about the on-screen pair, not real life dating. Now, besides the boyfriend rumor, a whole different debate started. Fans are now discussing how straight Miu and Lena actually seem. Because yes, they have chemistry on screen, but off screen. They give strong best friend energy, not a romantic love team vibe like some other GL pairs. Lena and Miu look like two very close friends who happen to be acting together, and before anyone hates me, that's not a bad thing at all. But of course, whenever GL couples get popular, people go straight into the queer baiting discourse. Some fans argue Miu seems straight, while others insist Lena is bi, or at least bi-curious because she's been in the industry kissing women in sapphic roles even before Miu. Plus, there are those clips from her interviews where she hinted at liking women. You've probably seen them floating around. This ties back to the whole Thai GLBL marketing system where actors usually don't label their sexuality publicly, and their answers are super PR, super vague, just enough for Delulu shippers to keep buying the fantasy. But at the end of the day, you can't force someone to label themselves just because fans want clarity or want the illusion to feel more real. We've seen this cycle so many times. Fans desperately wanting to know if their fave actually likes women or not. But it's none of our business unless they choose to say it. There's no winning side in this whole discourse. Obviously, you can't force someone to figure out their sexuality on a deadline and then come out publicly just because thousands of people want clarity. But at the same time, fans also shouldn't assume everyone is gay either, because then they get disappointed when a boyfriend rumor pops up. It's just a lot, especially for a Monday. I just want to say one thing. We really don't need to turn the GL industry into Kpop. GL is still a newer genre, it's growing, and I've already seen this exact cycle last year with Freen and Becky. One day Freen had boyfriend rumors, the next day Becky had boyfriend rumors, and by end of week the entire fandom is having meltdown about betrayal by Freen, cheating and mistreatment. We do not need that energy here. Just look at what's happening with Jungkook and Winner right now. The insane amount of hate toward a 28-year-old man and a 24-year-old woman over a rumored relationship is crazy. The first thing I read this morning was about a Jungkook fan who spent $125,000 over the years and is now spiraling because he might be dating Winter. It's sad to watch. And I'm sorry if someone doesn't like what I'm going to say, but it's the truth. The structure of the BL and now GL industry in Thailand is extremely similar to other Asian entertainment industries. These companies expect fans to fall in love with the couple. Fan service isn't charity, it's one of the biggest money-making tools. The merch, the fan meets, the pair branding, all of it is built on parasocial behavior. So please, consume fan service at your own risk, consume it responsibly. Don't let it eat your brain. And about Miu, whether that guy is her boyfriend or just a friend from her circle, we don't know. If you really want to be mad at something, then be mad at the company for giving us mid-scripts and refusing to hire good writers. Cocona, a member of Japanese pop group XG, came out as transmasculine and non-binary in a birthday post last week. They also confirmed having top surgery. Many K-pop idols showed support for Cocona, including aespa members Giselle and Ningning, and Cat's Eye members Sophia and Lara. This is a really brave move, especially in the idol industry and in Japan, where laws and social attitudes towards trans people have been historically restrictive until very recently.
in Japan, if you want to be legally recognized as trans, you had to go through forced sterilization or prove that you have a genitalia that matches your gender. And that was recently, only 2 months ago, I think 3 months ago in September, that was ruled unconstitutional. So the fact that these sorts of archaic laws exist in Japan, and at the same time, we see this baddie with their top surgery scars in front of the entire millions and millions of Japanese fans on their Instagram, like just showcasing how proudly transmasc they are. It's insane to me. So I'm just so excited to think about how this group and how Cocona's coming out could potentially change how we talk about transmasc identity in Japan. What's even more interesting is that in Cocona's coming out post on Instagram, which you can see, they write that they are transmasculine non-binary, and it's in English, right? So this goes to show that even these terms of how to express your queer identity isn't even available in the Japanese language. So I'm hoping that Japanese media can actually depict this with care and nuance and just open-mindedness and curiosity that it deserves. I'm also really excited with how XG as a group can also like kind of lean into Cocona's transmasc identity if they want to. You know, they're already so gender bendy and like kind of transgressive when it comes to their fashion style and their music. So I'm hoping that, you know, they can lean into the fact that, you know, we have a transmasc member and it's not really something that will change their group, but maybe enhance how they express their identity and through their art. So I don't know, I think XG is going to be like in the forefront of Asian music and just like pop music in general. To have a trans person in a girl group, that's insane.
Next, by now, I'm sure you've all seen the TK and Sonya live clips because they're literally everywhere on TikTok and X right now. And this whole thing made me realize how good it would be if GL actresses could freely collab with artists outside their own companies. Like, imagine the content we'd get. But before that super wholesome leave, there was actually a whole mess on X, where TK was getting dragged. Let me give you the context. It started when an old video of Sonya watching Dangerous Queen on her live and ended up crossing into TK's timeline.
เข้ามาใน YouTube สิ่งที่เกิดขึ้นคือ Dangerous Queen The Series คนโปรดของ Queen เมื่อคืนอ่ะก่อนที่จะเล่นเกมอ่ะดูเรื่องรับออกแบบ
When TK was on her solo live last week, and at one point TK brought up Sonya. TK responded super respectfully. She said she was thankful that a senior like Sonya noticed her work, but she also admitted that she didn't previously know Sonya or Lookmhee, and that she actually thought they were the same person. That one comment triggered hate from some fans on X. Even I was a little shocked for a second, like, TK don't know LMSY, but you know TK is new. She entered the GL industry for the first time earlier this year, and she wasn't rude at all. She was just being honest. But Sonya, being the Sonya, the literal sweetheart and mother of all GL actresses, handled the situation in the most wholesome way possible. First, she followed TK back on Instagram, and TK started full-on fangirling on X, and she made a very polite public post. Hello, P. Sonya. My name is Tenkwa, TK. I just turned 22 on November 13th. I only entered the GL industry earlier this year and already have a finished series called Queen's Favorite. My partner is Nur. She's both my partner and the CEO of our company. I hope to learn from everyone in the GL industry. Please accept me and Nur as your juniors. If I've made any mistakes, I sincerely apologize. And Sonya replied like, how do I sign up for your fandom? And then the most unexpected thing happened. Sonya actually went live, and TK was on her own live, and they invited each other. This is huge, because Sonya has literally never done a live with any GL actress outside her usual circle. So TK bagged a historic collab on her first try. And their live was so funny and cute. They were both just fangirling over each other, talking about Nur, and even discussing other GL couples like Ginny Jayna. TK said she always confuses Ginny and Jayna. They also talked about June and university stuff. Every clip I've seen in the past 48 hours has been so wholesome. Even Lookmhee said recently in her live that Sonya basically acted like the mommy of GL, and this live just proved it.
จะเป็นมัมมี่หรือจะเป็นอะไรไม่ทราบ วีนปะ
And if you're wondering where Nur was in all this, she kind of disappeared from social media because she was hospitalized. She posted on X today saying she's doing better and taking care of herself before tomorrow's event. We love a responsible CEO. Hopefully, she takes care of herself and recover fully before going back to work again. She has been working a lot lately. In one of her lives, somebody asked her about off days, and she basically said there is no designated off days in her work, and she has been really busy with all the different roles as CEO, producer, and actress. Hopefully, Nur gets good rest today. GL actresses are just so cool and so supportive of each other's work. I love them. They were even talking about my safe zone. Apparently, Sonya's mom is a fan of the show, and Sonya herself mentioned Clarabelle on her live, which Devika noticed too. Like, the way these women support each other is so heartwarming. Even Bonnie was singing the My Safe Zone OST when a fan asked her to sing something. And other actresses too. Charlotte and Engfa were on live recently and saw a picture of Faye on a product. They were saying she looks like a Korean actress. And they're right. Faye was at the Red Sea Film Festival in Jeddah interacting with Dakota Johnson and Jessica. She was literally representing Thailand. Everyone loves Faye. Even TK and Sonya were crushing on her during their live. Moving on, Ginny and Jayna just had their fan meet in the Philippines, and they confirmed again that they'll have a new series next year. I already talked about this in my previous videos, but the current rumor is that it's going to be a webtoon adaptation. We still have to wait for North Star Entertainment to officially confirm it. Now for Lookmhee and Sonya. There's a clip from Sonya's recent fan meet in China where a fan asked if her character will be rich again in their third series, and she said yes. That matches the rumors about Rusty Wife being their next project, so things are definitely lining up. We also have the Y Universe Awards 2025 voting going on. A bunch of GL series are nominated, some that are already airing, some that finished, and some upcoming ones. And yes, Cranium is nominated too, which ties back to what Freen said in her interview. It looks like the project isn't fully cancelled, at least not officially. Freen and Becky fans are actually planning to trend Cranium today to get Idol Factory to respond, so let's see if anything comes out of that. I'll update you guys if something happens. And about my Safe Zone Season 2. In my previous video, I mentioned the rumor but didn't know where it started. Now I do. Lena and Miu were in the December issue of Elle, and the article literally said, "Hit series My Safe Zone," and one that continues to gain momentum as both prepare for a second season next year. So yes, My Safe Zone is most likely getting a Season 2 for real. We have only one episode left this season, and apparently there's going to be a plot twist and even more crying from Jane, so let's see where that leads. Another fandom drama is happening with Yobies. Yoko fans are now fighting with each other over what it really means to support an artist. One group is asking for blind support of the artist and company, while another is critical of 9-Star and refuses to go along with everything happening there. This tension escalated after reaction videos to the trailers dropped. I didn't watch the reaction videos myself. I generally don't watch them for any couple. It's just too much for my brain. But clips are circulating on X and TikTok. Some show fans claiming that Yoko seems uncomfortable with Grace. Other clips show Yoko being relaxed and happy with Zorzo. So basically, the fandom is split. Before Yoko and Grace became an official pairing, there was speculation that Yoko could be paired with Zorzo. She even reposted a lot of Yoko's videos on TikTok. Now that she's officially paired with Sarah from Risking Love, fans notice she has removed those reposts. I've said before that I don't see great chemistry between Yoko and Grace. Fans point to a TikTok pinned by 9-Star showing Yoko and Zorzo on a girlfriend day 2 painting date. Many felt they had much better chemistry. Some fans think 9-Star sabotaged Yoko by pairing her differently, and they're calling for true fans to oppose the company. Meanwhile, another group of fans believes in blind loyalty, support the artist no matter what. As expected, comparisons between Grace and Faye has already been happening. Tweets like, "Seeing Yobi so cheerful when Z sat next to Yo during the reaction video honestly makes me feel sad for Yo." Juan treats Yobi like a ball she can toss around and pull back whenever she wants. Yo and G's IGs are filled with Disneyland photos with G provoking Yobi, yet they all turn a blind eye to how uncomfortable Yo was in that reaction video. Remember, Z deleted all the reposted clips about Yo, and for what? And Juan has never wanted ZY, she only wants GY. After a week of testing that clearly wasn't ideal, the ghost ship ZY suddenly appears to save Yobi, and then next week Yobi will switch back to GY again. a never-ending loop, and Yo is treated like a cheap item whose value is set by Yobi. Basically, Yoko is stuck in a cycle of pairings and fan expectations, and this drama is dividing the fandom. Well, what you guys think about all of this, do mention in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one.